There we go. I'm trying to time it now. See how many times it swirls. Welcome to Kats Creations, live on Friday night. I want to welcome you to my kitchen where we are going to be making the most amazing creations today. We're making miniature wreaths and candle sconces. So I'm going to teach you how to do a miniature version of a wreath, not a deco wreath, obviously. An evergreen wreath, and then I'm going to also show you how you can kind of take the same variation and turn it into candle rings, candle holders, whatever you want to call it. I googled the name and came up with candle rings. That's what they're called technically. So when you're listing them on Etsy, make sure that you put candle rings, I suppose. So do we have anyone joining us?
We do. Teresa's on. Barbara, Karen, Connie, and Peggy so far.
Okay, perfect. And I think we're like, yeah, I think I'm right at 5:01. So when we did the Hobby Lobby trip a long time ago, we told you guys about the 10-inch, and I know this doesn't look like 10-inch by a long shot, but this is a 10-inch miniature evergreen wreath. And this is the way they come from Hobby Lobby. So these retail for $3.99 at Hobby Lobby, and then you get 40% off. So you can kind of do the math and figure out how much it costs. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to fluff this one first.
You want me to go ahead and move pan down?
Yeah, Steve's going to actually pan the camera down like we did for the bow class.
Oh, the bow, yeah. Okay.
So we're going to flip down so that we can try to get this all done, 2 of them within our time frame.
Yeah, so keep it centered on the square, you're good.
Okay, so in the square?
Yep.
All right, so it does have a back, so you can tell where the big, thick metal ring is on the back. And I know it doesn't look like much, but this is the way they come packaged. And Hobby Lobby doesn't sell any other version that is smaller than this. So what you will want to do is physically take every single branch and fluff them. This is the difference between somebody who takes their time and someone who's just looking to get their item done and built, and they don't really care
Hi
about
guys,
fluffing.
just jumping on. Yes, since you're in the public group, you can share.
Yes.
Thanks, Donna, always for asking. That's very nice.
Yep, Friday night's the share group.
Hi Sandra, hi Dale.
Kind of like what we did when we were working on the larger scale evergreen, you kind of want to make it look like a miniature version of a blooming onion. We're not going to come in and add any additional greenery because the white pine, the Douglas fir, and all that other stuff really does not come in a miniature version of this. So we're just going to kind of
Hi gals, just jumping on.
fluff like crazy. And you'll see that sometimes it's pretty thin, so you might have to really move your branches around to make it look.
Peggy said she found a live roach in hers when she started a fluff one. It was disgusting.
That is nasty.
Oh,
Okay.
Back. Yeah.
That is just a little too much. So yeah, as you can tell, there's not an awful lot there, but if we fluff it out accordingly, let's see. Let me try to make this look a little better. So I do have some bald spots in it, but some of my branches are kind of bent. That's what I'm feeling. This kind of helps you too because you can feel everything. And we want all of our branches to go in the same direction, just like when we're doing the larger evergreens.
Hi gals, just jumping on.
So we're fluffing to the outside so that we have enough space to come in here. I'm going to actually add lights to this. So this is the mini version of the wreath. You can do it with lights, without. Steve and I went over to Big Lots today. Big Lots sells these lights for $5. It has 30 lights on this one, some of them without the little embellishments on the lights themselves are 50 lights, just on the actual individual silver thread. So it's going to have 30 little stars on it. So I'm going to try to figure out where they started this.
Hey gals, I'm not frozen on my end because I'm watching off my phone and I'm on the Wi-Fi, and then we're plugged in directly to the Ethernet. So
Log out, log back in.
yeah, try logging out and logging back in.
Okay. So I'm trying to.
Okay, the mini evergreens were from Hobby Lobby.
Yeah, $3.99. And then I think by the time you fluff it, let me get it down here to the bottom. I'm looking, still calls it a 10-inch wreath. It's like right at 11 inches, depending upon how you fold your branches. So I'm trying to make sure. Number one, 3 AA batteries. Always test it before you wind it, make sure they work, because that would be a shame to get pretty far. And I'm gonna probably start here. And I'm gonna wind backwards. And I'm not gonna worry about going around the back. I'm just gonna wind these in and out the branches like so.
Ah, doing it differently, huh?
Yeah. Because I don't want to see the wire on the back of this branch. On the back of this
She
wreath.
said she likes the stars on the lights. They're very cute.
Yeah. This was the only one they had because I'm really particular with my lights. I like them to be a cool white. Steve's not a fan of the cool white. He likes the warmer tones.
Hi, Gal. I was just jumping on.
So I'm just going to
Yeah.
kind of be generous because I do know I have 30. And of course these never unfold the way they're supposed to. Why is it that me and lights just don't have a fond relationship with one another?
This is Rick Monavance, but he said perfect. Mini wreath is exactly what I needed to see. I bought some, but I'm drawing a blank how to decorate it.
Okay, so
These also are awesome for candle sconces or candle rings.
we're gonna do the mini wreath first,
Yeah.
and then we're gonna focus on the candle rings. Okay, seriously?
Still messing up.
It's just all twisted now. That's all they were, is just
They're
around.
always fun.
Yeah, so gotta love it. So I'm gonna try to blend these in pretty good. So just in and out, around.
And deal with the
Deal with this, yeah.
well, they're stars too. They kind of catch on everything.
They catch on every little wire that is here.
This is where if you have kids and helpers, that would be great.
Kids and helpers?
Kids or helpers.
And not cats, because Boba's like, ooh, that looks like a lot of fun.
Is he
There we
here?
go. He's here. He's fine. He's fine. He's just watching. So we're just in and out and around. So, and I'm trying to put them closer into the branch.
Hi, Maricel. Thanks for sharing, Donna. Yeah, feel free, yes, to go ahead and share.
And I think that's what the problem is that because these do have the little points on them,
Yeah.
that they are getting hung up on each other, instead of smoothly transitioning. And I'm almost done. So remember, lights before decorating your tree or wreath. Like
Hi, Mona. Hi, Kim.
everything.
And you gals new here, go ahead and say where you're from and let us know if you're new.
So we're just winding, and now I'm kind of replicating and going back through, using up whatever little bit of lights I have. Try to hug the inside so that they hide a little bit better. So I'm really taking
These are great for little office spaces.
the wreaths or the lights?
The little mini wreaths.
And the lights too.
And the lights,
Yeah. Okay. So again, I'm not so worried about hiding yet. So I'm just trying to run out my strand right
Hi,
now.
Pam. She said she's from Ohio.
Hi Pam, thank
Gina's
you for
from
joining
South
us.
Texas. Marie Gruick is from Long Island, New York.
Okay.
Jean Johnston, she's been on here quite a few times. She's from Alabama.
Awesome. Okay, so our lights are officially on. These is just the big cable at the back, so I'm not gonna worry about this. My whole goal was let's get the lights strung on the wreath. And then, remember, we're gonna embellish, we're gonna put a bunch of ribbon on here. So I don't have to worry like oh, what about hiding every single wire through those branches? Number one, there's not enough branches on the mini wreath for you to like have tons of space to hide, but you can do your best to kind of hide them. And I'm just going around making sure they're kind of into the center.
Roseville, California,
That's not too far.
that's not too far.
Okay.
Barbara from Rockingham, North Carolina. Betty's from New Jersey. Peggy, we know you're from Jacksonville, Florida, Peggy.
Okay, so
And Belinda's from Cleveland, Ohio.
this is what it's going to look like when it's all turned on. So I'm going to make sure some of my lights are here on the outer side. Fluffing. Of course, we'll probably fluff quite a few more times as we're decorating and adding our embellishments. But at least that's what it looks like with your lights on. So it is going to shed quite a bit. And I'm going to keep this one pretty rustic, because a lot of you were like, a lot of people like the rustic slash primitive slash country look. So let me show you what we're going to be putting on it. I actually ordered this for a customer to put on a wreath who is very into all the primitive items, but she didn't like the colors of the angel to go with her Christmas decor. So I kind of set her aside, but she's actually going to be the centerpiece of our wreath. So make sure we can see her, and she's really pretty.
Hi, Diana. She says she's from Spring Hill, Florida.
Hi, Diana.
And Marie Kraft is from Fort Myers, Florida. A lot of Floridians here.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm going to try to make sure her
Okay.
wings stay.
From Louisiana. And Jean's from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee.
Awesome.
Kate's from South Carolina.
So I'm going to take some brown wire. This is 26 gauge wire, because I kind of want to wire her in and make sure she doesn't go anywhere. So even though I've kind of wrapped her little raffia wings around, I'm going to cut her little string off right here.
She's going to be a very rustic wreath.
It's very rustic wreath. So what I'm going to do,
Madonna, hi, from Cleveland. Barbara said, love the angel.
isn't she cute? She came from a vendor on Etsy, and I'm going to have to go back and look at my orders, because I order stuff a long time,
Sam says she's cute too.
and then I don't remember where I got them from, because you never know how long it's going to take some of your vendors to send you the order. So I'm just going to wrap this around her wings and give it a couple twists.
Hi, Melanie.
I don't want to go through her
Hi,
head.
Kathy. Hi, Diane. She says from Missouri.
Okay, so now we're going to take her. She's going to kind of go this way, and then I'm just going to wire her in to our Christmas wreath as soon as I find my other wire. The thing about using brown is it matches very well with everything else. So I actually want to wire her to the frame. So make sure my branches get out of the way in case I need to fluff them.
Belinda said Madonna is only like 25 minutes from where her sister lives. And then Shirley is also from Fort Myers, Florida. So maybe you and the other gal from Fort Myers
Can all get together.
can get together. Yeah, Marie Kraft. Maybe you guys can get together.
Okay, so I'm just making sure her wings kind of stay together. I don't know if I want to pull her down a little bit more from where she's at in the center. I like her feet.
Donna's from Tampa, Florida. We got a lot of Floridians here.
See?
Hi, Arlene. Hi, Marty. Marty's from Missouri.
Okay, so there she sits. So she's all set. She's all wired. I'm not sure. Her feet just naturally want to do this, so I'm going to keep a piece of wire out in case I want to rewire her feet. But for now, I think I'm just going to kind of keep them the way they generally fall. Things we're going to be adding to this wreath. These are our ribbon color choices. So I'm going to be doing more of a rustic Christmas plaid. And then I also have this red and gold and white plaid. This came from Big Lots. This came from Joann's last year. So because we could technically use the Bodabra, we can't really do the 1-inch ribbon in it. I just don't think it's going to come out right. So when I make the bow's all going to be hand done.
Do it, yeah.
So we're going to hand do it with our wire. I'm not going to get into doing pipe cleaners because everything's on a much smaller mini scale here. So let me go ahead and dovetail. I'm going to push her to the side. I'm going to go ahead and prep my ribbon to do the bow.
Thank you, Patty. That's awesome that you said that. She said hi from Bedford, Indiana. I
Hi.
love everything you do. I've learned so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So keeping it small, right? We don't want to like have our tails completely overwhelm our angel. I think I'm going to kind of make sure her bow stays fairly up close to the top. So my tail length is probably about 4 inches. So I'm going to kind of have them bow to the outside. So to do our ribbon, we're just going to kind of twist. So we're going to do this by hand. And then we're going to make our loop, which is probably about 2 inches. But I want to make sure that my ribbon does not fold. And then we're going to...
Don, yes, the ribbon is wired.
Yeah, I always use wired ribbon. So I've got it, I've twisted it. We're going to come back, put another bow on top, about another 2 inches. We're going to make sure
Hi, Trisha.
we're twisting. And then we're going to have...
And the Madonna told Belinda next time you visit your sister, go to AC Moore and Parmatown. They just opened one there. That's
awesome.
Good. Love to go visit that store.
I know, we don't have AC Moores here.
Nope.
California doesn't have much of anything. So I don't really want to get rid of this. Let me go ahead and tie my bow off so I don't lose my fluff. I have my fluff here. I want to make sure I'll do my dovetail cut after I get this all secured so I don't lose what I have in my hand.
Yeah, Shirley and Marie, you gals should get together. You're both in Fort Myers. Go to a shopping trip.
So I've done kind of like a little mini loop and I'm just pulling it down tight, just like so. And let me go ahead and dovetail this since I have it done right here. So this is technically what it looks like right now. We're keeping everything very rustic, very country. And I'm going to go ahead and take this one off. This one is not wired, which when it comes to the mini scale, I know when it comes to the miniature scale, it's okay, especially if your ribbon is somewhat thick.
Yeah.
Now if it's a satin ribbon, it's not gonna, you're gonna fight it more than anything. So as you can see, I'm gonna come in here, I'm going to scrunch it, kind of do a little pinch and then flip it, make my little loop, come back to my center. I'm going to flip it, make sure my bows stay looped correctly, loop it, get it back to the center, flip it upside down, make my bow, trying to eyeball it, probably right about here. So I'm just going to add this, I might just do 2 and then splice them together. So you could just take this,
Hi, Lynn.
loop it around. The one thing that we've noticed is when you go miniature, you have to do a lot of stuff by hand. Your bows have to be painstakingly done by hand. You can't cheat and use a pro bow, do a terry bow and stuff like that. Everything is like back to the way it was before those tools were ever invented.
I'm gonna try to keep it over the thing.
I know. So
She was off for a little bit. I zoomed out.
there we go. It's going to kind of be like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this ribbon and take this one, move it to the back. I'm going to take this one and add it to the top. I'm going to take these, twist my wires together.
You guys should be able to see now.
There we go. So there's our bow, here's our tail, here's our tail, here's our tail, just like so. So when we lay it here, move the wires to the back. I'm trying to get him to lay so I can actually lay this down and you can see what it's going to look like.
Donna, can anyone help me as when she is live and click on the arrow? I am computer dumb. Okay, but when I click on the arrow, I can send a message. If you're on a laptop, I don't know, you should be able to just click on a comment and you should be able to just comment on it.
What is she trying to do?
I think she was just trying to send a message.
Sending a message?
She typed on it. She typed it out, so.
Okay. I'm still trying to get the stupid wire out of the way so you can actually see the placement of the bow. So it's going to look something like this. Have to make sure her little garland with her pip berries is fluffed accordingly. Let's kind of take this and flip it out. Like I said, miniature is very, very time consuming.
But it's kind of useful too.
Well, it can be,
Yeah.
as long as everything's working in conjunction. So what I might do is I might make a couple little of these and add, remember we like everything in odd numbers?
Yeah.
So I'm going to probably take another 2 of these. I'm like, do I want to take and make additional bows? I think it'd be too much.
Maybe you just do a couple tails and a half bow, a couple half bows.
What do you mean? With this?
Yeah.
Let's see what it'd look like if we did
Maybe
tails.
Maybe those as tails and do the red half bow in the middle of it.
We can try. Worst case scenarios, it doesn't look good and I haven't wasted anything.
Yeah.
So let's dovetail cut. Since we know we did 3-inch tails, let's do 6 inches. So we'll do 6-inch ribbon tails and see what that looks like. So I'm going to kind of scrunch it like so. You don't want to kind of lose the entire effect. Maybe. Okay, so let me make 2 of those and then I'm going to do 2 half bows with the 1-inch. So again, we're cutting to 6 inches. Are you getting pipe cleaners?
Yep.
Why?
You might need them to tie the battery box in.
Oh, I'll try to wire it in.
Well, you've got the green ones there just in case.
So I have 2 of these. Let me do dovetail cuts on this. Normally we go 2 inches bigger on our half bows or chevrons. So I'm going to go 8 inches on this just to see what it looks like. Because like I said, we're staying old school rustic. Primitive, you don't add an awful lot of stuff to it. So this would be our chevrons. What are you doing?
I had to raise it up a bit because when you're just tying a bow and stuff, they don't see it. I raised it up a bit so now they can see your they can see right at your Cat's Creations.
Okay. So let me look at the stash box. Sometimes I save all my excess pipe cleaners for when you have to do miniature work. So these are like all the ones I would cut off on a normal pipe cleaner. So let me go in here. See if this will even work. Like Steve says, it might have to go bigger.
Yeah, Donna, I know you said you're not very good with computers, but if you open up your website, you're opening it up with like a browser, like Internet Explorer or Safari. I would probably suggest going to Internet Explorer and not Safari. I know people have had problems with it. So try opening it up in Internet Explorer through Facebook, and then getting into the live.
Is she doing it from a mobile?
She said she's on a laptop.
On a laptop?
Yeah, laptops are always different.
Okay, now I'm going to try to do the half bows. Thank you, Boba. These have to be very small. Very small. So I'm going to see if they'll kind of fit in here. And I'll tell you about how big these pipe cleaners are. They're like the smallest. I just saved them. They're like my little bits and pieces. Again, this is what happens when you start crafting. Everything matters.
Right, Patty? That'd be a great idea. She said, I love this. We'll make this for my great-granddaughter's little playhouse door.
Oh,
That'd be perfect.
okay. Seriously, that is adorable. This would look super cute. Or maybe you guys can make one together.
Yeah, by the time it's all the way wide, it's only about 12 inches, right?
11 inches.
11. So yeah, that'd be great.
So there's the first one. I'll secure this one. Let me get another pipe cleaner. We want green. These are probably about 3 inches long. I think I'm going to
Hi,
steal.
Rhonda.
And
Hi, gals, just jumping on.
I'm going to go a little bit bigger, just so I don't have to like fight the system. This one's going to go here, so I'm going to, I find the very back of the wreath, go between the branches. So I'm just going to make this one a little bit bigger so you can actually see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put 1 or 2 twists in it. Here's my 6-inch ribbon tail. So I'm trying to pinch it right to the center. I'm going to do 2 twists, kind of fan it to the outside. Kind of matches her dress in a way a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and grab another one of these and cut the end off. We know it's going to be 8 inches long. Remember, the tails are 6 inches. You can make them a little longer if you want. See, the point in having your bow a little big is to also hide your battery box.
Yep.
You could add lights to a candle ring / sconce, but it's a little harder to hide that
And a smaller wreath.
especially if you don't put anything on the inside. And because you're going to put a candle there.
Right. The 14 inch is a little bit easier to hide because it will fit up inside the back of the frame.
So I'm going to go ahead and cut these off. Just wire it 2 more times.
Darlene said, love that. Darlene said, hi, can't see. Hi, everyone. Hi, Darlene.
Okay, so there's those. See, this is what I've been doing. Like when I cut something like that off, I just like add it to my bag of scraps. So it's like when you don't really want to waste a whole pipe cleaner, I'm going to take this and tuck the rest of my pipe cleaner behind.
Alice, the small 10-inch wreaths are from Hobby Lobby.
And
They're in the little miniature section kind
yeah,
of.
go to the miniature section.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I'm working on miniature wreaths, I go and shop in the miniature section. That's where you can find, like, if you want little snowflakes, little candy canes, little everything that looks super cute, that's to the scale you need, that's where you're going to want to go.
And then you said you ordered the doll?
Yeah, I ordered it from an Etsy seller, and I'll have to look up my order,
Gotcha.
because I ordered it back in, I want to say September.
So Alice, yeah, she ordered the doll from Etsy from another seller. It was going to be for somebody else for a wreath, but they decided not to
They didn't want it.
want it. Yeah.
Yeah, she wanted a religious, primitive Christmas, so I thought, okay, well, you know, angel would be kind of cute for a primitive religious Christmas wreath, but it wasn't along the lines of where she was headed. So that's where it's really important for you to clarify things with your customer to make sure you're on the same page. So I'm going to pull out her arm, kind of fluff.
Yvonne, you could hang it anywhere. You could hang it on a bathroom door, like I said, an office cubicle. It'd be great at a hospital if you have, you know, grandparents or parents that are in the hospital, or there's a lot of places.
Okay, now I'm going to come in and I'm going to start adding some little rustic touches. So let me wire this in and find out where this is actually going to go. So let me go ahead and gather all the excess. And I will.
Patty, yeah, you can hang it inside a Tabasco basket. That would look cute.
Oh, that would look really super cute. Okay, I'm just going to take those leftover and I'm going to gather all the excess cord because they always give you way too much. So
You could actually put these and ring them around wall sconce. You could hang them around a wall sconce for candles.
Let me see. Make sure I have these. Can you grab? No.
What?
Okay, we've used these before. You guys have seen me use the adhesive cable ties. You can get these at Lowe's. You can get them at Lowe's, but they come in smaller packages.
Yeah.
But generally Home Depot. You want to make sure that when you're attaching it to your battery box, it's not on the side that the customer needs to open. So we're going to put it on the opposite side because that's where we're going to attach it. And I'm going to go ahead and take a large pipe cleaner. Give it a couple twists on here. You could come in with a glue gun and add a little bit of extra adhesive, but
Yeah, around the corners.
I make it specific, like when we're doing these for mini wreaths, that they're for indoor use only, not for outdoor use.
Right.
So it's very specific. So let me make sure I get my pipe cleaner in. Not folding. So I'm going to actually fasten this right behind my bow.
Audrey, good question. You could always just ask them. She said, looking good with the battery box. Would this be allowed in care homes?
I wouldn't see why not.
I wouldn't see why not. I'm sure there's other stuff that are battery operated inside the care homes. So, just have to ask.
Yeah, worst case scenario, I would think that it's not like it's flammable, that it would have a spark to it. So now I'm fluffing my bow back up. Get it all pretty. Make sure she's sitting back where she's supposed to be. Her dress is all nice and pretty. We've got our ribbon tails fanned out. There's a couple of different varieties you can do. A lot of people had asked about Pip Berries. Pip Berries are these things, which they're kind of like teardrop shaped berries, and they come in a wide variety of different colors. And that is definitely very rustic to add to a primitive / country farmhouse look. So you can get them in any color. During fall, I bought these ones that came with little metal stars. So I'm going to be cutting the metal stars off and probably adding this. I might go more of the muted cream color and then mix that with the green that I have in this one. And then I have a couple pieces of red. So I'm going to probably, let's look at this one. Let's take these pieces off. You buy them in bundles like this.
Socorro, a tobacco basket is like a woven basket that's very shallow, probably 24 inches by 12 inches that they used to hang and dry out tobacco on.
Yeah, you've seen them.
Yeah.
You probably just don't remember what, how people are referring to them. So I'm going to try to use the red, the cream.
Hi Jean, she says we're watching your Etsy ranked video and it was late.
Okay, so I'm going to do these colors because I had one more red.
But she just said Joanne had those Pip Berries
here it is.
for 70% off last week.
Yes, you want to make sure though that they're not on a spiral. I like them more as a pick. I'm trying to think. I bought one, it's like a Pip Garland. So I'm trying to pick my colors. So here's my last green.
Yeah, it's a very shallow basket. It's only like maybe 2 inches.
It just has
Oh.
wide strips in it. So what they would
Yeah.
do is throw tobacco leaves in it, let it air out,
Yep.
and then they would sell it. So I'm trying to keep these in red, white, and green combos, just like this. And they're all wired and taped together. So you have to be really careful that you don't undo the tape. Otherwise, your Pip Berries will just all start to fall apart.
Hi, Sherry.
So I think I'm going to take these and add these. I'm just kind of playing with placement. Because they're wired, you can put them in any place you want, in any direction you want. Generally, you want them to arc, you know, kind of in a nice arch placement. So I'm just trying to get mine all together so that I can wire the 3 colors together.
Patty says she has a little doll just like her. Even the color of materials is the same.
Aww.
She has 4 little babies sewn to the front of her skirt. That'd
How
be cute.
cute. Okay, I so want to see that. So I think I'm going to add my Pip Berries to the top, kind of accented out. You can bend, like once they're glued in place, you can bend them and arch them.
Hi, Patricia. She said she's a first timer.
Welcome.
Patricia, where are you from? Thanks for joining. Happy Friday.
And I'm trying to make sure her face stays pretty. Okay.
Hi,
So
Jeanette.
this is what we're going to do. So I have my glue skillet out. So let me kind of move it over so you can see. Have it on a silicone mat. And the only reason I have it on a silicone mat is as the strings would develop, if you're doing a lot of gluing, you can just wipe them off and throw them back in your glue pot. So what I'm doing is I'm going to attach my Pip Berries right underneath my bow, directly into the evergreen. So I'm going to take a big blob of glue. And I'm going to tuck it in. I'm going to make sure my ribbon's out of the way. I'm not going to worry about fastening which way I want to do my Pip Berries until the glue dries.
Right.
Once your glue dries, then you can bend them in whatever direction, whatever shape you want.
Patricia's from Beaufort, Georgia.
Wow. We've talked about moving to Georgia. I would like to live somewhere in the south.
Very humid down there.
I can deal with the humidity.
Hi, Debbie.
I want the rest of the weather.
Adele said, so cute, love it.
So, again, we'll be fluffing a lot. Okay, I'm going to cut off the metal stars because I like that. I think that would be very rustic to add to this wreath. So, you guys know me. I'm going to try to take these out because I don't like to have too much wire in there. So, there's that. So I just cut them off of the pick that it came with.
Hi, Carol. She says she's from Macon, Georgia.
Welcome to Friday night with us.
Yeah.
So I'm probably going to incorporate one right here. It's funny how where they decide to put the holes. I always try to find a way to hide the hole if I can. So maybe something like that.
And 3rd one down to the bottom.
I only cut 2. So, I mean,
That would probably be 3, huh?
I don't know. I'm trying to fan these
You
out.
gotta do the 3s.
I know. There's 1, 2, 3, so there's, okay. So Steve's right. I do tell you guys to always do stuff in a pattern, a triangle. Triangles are, the eye is drawn to triangles. So we have triangle here. So now I'm going to add the star to just below her feet. As soon as I can untangle them. And I like this patina look because it's very
Hi, Shirley. Hi, Christina. Hi, Carol.
rusty, I suppose.
Hi, Patty.
So now, I should have turned my glue gun on.
Oh, that's a great idea. Joyce said, first time watching, thinking about making small ones with my nursery kids at church.
That
That'd
would
be a great
really
little project.
cute.
That'd be a great little project.
The only problem is hot glue.
Yeah, you'd have to supervise them on hot glue. Or, I mean, they could make them
Have
with...
the adults.
Yeah, they could make them without hot glue and then have the adults do it.
Yeah, let me just throw my glue gun on there because I wasn't thinking. Sometimes it's just it evolves as we go. Like I didn't think about the metal stars until just now. I was like, oh, those are pretty. Let's put those on there. So what I will do, okay, this is where we're going to be adding the stars. So now, because these are dried, so if you really want to put your arches in them, you can. So you can just kind of have your Pip Berries do whatever you want. It definitely makes it rustic if you add those.
Hi Doris, hi Rose. Tennis says she's loving this little wreath and how cute it is.
And then I have mini pine cones, because right, you need to kind of incorporate some miniature pine cones.
Shirley's from Dawsonville, Georgia. Patricia said, I love Dawsonville.
This is what we can do with these though. We can use the glue skillet to just do our little dip and stick. And we could just randomly add
Little pine cones.
little pine cones here and there, because they would naturally be found on pine branches like this. This whole bag, I got this whole bag at Hobby Lobby. So it comes in a relatively small bag, but they're like miniature pine cones. Again, in where the miniature section is. So, and I'm trying not to glue them on my stars.
Hi Bonnie. She said, hi Al, so cute, love it, those stars.
Thank you. I think it just kind of ties that whole texture in.
It really makes it look more rustic too.
Yeah, and then like I said, if you can keep the rustic stuff going, like little mini pine cones, if you had little acorns,
Yeah.
you could add acorns in.
Yep.
You can just take these. The good thing about these little pine cones is they work great
For the tips.
if you just stick them right on the tips. So I'm kind of putting them in little bunches. And then all our excess glue, we get to take and drop back into the pot.
Yeah, Patty Crane says she always does patterns of 3 or 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, your eye is drawn to it because you notice that something is off. You don't know what, so it's just one of those floral tricks that you can do. So, I think what I'm going to do to hide my Chanel stem is just
There you go.
put a pine cone on it. So I'll do the same one down here.
Now you can go back and bend your Pip Berries.
Well, I did.
Yeah.
I already bent them the way I want them to go. You could come back in and add, if you wanted to. You could add a pine cone to the center of your bow, but I think I like my bow without.
Yeah.
Like I said, when you're going homemade, I mean, whoever made this, I think I'm going to go in and actually buy a few more from her. Her quality is really great. And then now, of course, that I've actually incorporated her design into a wreath, I want to share the picture and say, look, here's your design in a miniature version of a wreath.
Yeah, you're right. Barbara said, so cute. Does it need a small bow on the left side? She said, hey, it is just me.
Left.
So
Well,
does it need another bow over here? Because you just did one tail. Does it need another? Oh, you did this one.
yeah,
They
there's
probably
two
can't see it. Yeah.
there. Yeah, there's two.
There's another one there.
It's there. It's just kind of, I think, let me glue this really quick up here so I can actually open this up. So here's my little tail and here's my little bow. So again, when you don't use wired bows, kind of stick there. So make sure all my wire is tucked in as best as you can. And then I think this should be hot enough. It looks like it is. So I will come in and glue my stars. Just be careful because they are metal stars.
Yep.
So it's actually going to fasten itself to the pieces of evergreen. So I'm just gluing them on the bottom points where they're actually going to stick. And then this one over here. And bring it out a little bit further.
Hi, Nancy.
and then she will be pretty much done.
Jean said love the close-up on the work.
Okay, so we're going to take this one and we're going to tuck it inside here. So here's our bow. Let's make sure we have all our glue threads off. Just add them all back in here. And make sure.
Barbara just says it's so cute and adorable.
Let's see. Trying to take that excess wire now and do something with it. Let me lay it this way. So here's my battery pack.
Lisa, nope, she didn't order it. She just made it just right now.
What's that?
Did you order from Itty Bitty Cottage? I don't know if that's the doll.
That name sounds really familiar. Maybe. I won't know until I look at my Etsy order and find out. But that, for some reason, that name is ringing a bell. Maybe. That's all I can say. Definitely maybe. I'm gonna take a piece of wire because I don't like seeing so much pipe cleaner. So we'll wire this to the back. So let me get these gathered.
Lisa, she's going to check. She said it sounds familiar.
Yeah, I don't know why, but that sounds...
She knows she ordered it from somebody on Etsy. She just can't remember.
And it sounds so familiar, like... Was that it? Was that the name? Like I said, I ordered it back in September, so that's the difficult part. Like if I ordered it last week, I'd probably be able to remember. Trying to get this wire to
Peggy, she'll go back and refluff all the wings and the...
While I'm mashing all this down. Yeah. I'm so picky with my wires.
Technically, you have the angel wired in, right?
Yes,
You
the
could've
angel
just
is
hit it.
wired
You
in.
could have just hit it in the center behind Angel.
I could have. But
It's in there.
I'm trying to get my wire
Yeah.
in, and I didn't like the wire bulked up with the pipe cleaner. I didn't like that look at all.
Right.
So that's just me. I just like it to look clean.
Lisa said she has the cutest primitive angels, so she'll look
I'm
at that.
thinking that so is. If you look and you see this angel on there, it's probably where I ordered it from.
Hi Alice, she said this is my first live. Thanks for doing them. Alice, where are you from?
Let me flip this over.
Thanks for joining.
Okay, now I don't really have to fluff this very much because I just have to fluff this. And that's it. Everything else was laid flat. And she's fine. Make sure all of the embellishments.
Audrey, yeah, this will be for sale. She'll have it up on her Etsy page.
It's already there.
It's already there. Yep.
And I think because this one is lit, I'm charging an extra $10 for the lights because number one, the lights are $5
$5.99.
and yeah, and then you're adding 3 AA batteries.
Which is about $2. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm like $10 to add the lights and wire it all in. If you didn't want lights, then obviously it's a lot cheaper. Let's see what it does look like with the lights on. So that's it lit. So you can see it does show quite a bit of lights through here.
Audrey, great segue. She said, this looks like it'd be a great addition for the craft shows you gals are working on.
Yes.
Yes, these are great for being on the table.
Because that's exactly how they sit, and this is exactly how Steve and I displayed them, and we sold out of every single one because people liked the size.
They don't take up a lot of room.
So like Steve says, you can put these on an office cubicle wall. You can put it on kitchen cabinets. Like if you have a little round knob on your kitchen cabinet, you can add them to your kitchen cabinet. You could put one just above, like we have a really elaborate light fixture in our bathroom that this would look perfect over our oval mirror light fixture. So just a wide variety of different simple decor options. And then these can be custom made in any color you want. You know, you can change out if you wanted something more traditional. I'm really like moving towards a rustic look lately.
And we've even flocked them white.
Yeah, you can do that
So
with the
you can
spray
flock them
flocking.
white and do it that way too.
Yep, absolutely. If you want to add a little bit of touch of white to that.
Yep.
So this one's already up. So
I
if
think
you
you're
guys,
charging what, 37 for this one?
this one's 37.
37.
And then if you did it without the lights, it'd be 27. So it's right up there with the angels. And
Yeah.
then what else? The candy canes. When you're doing the wrapped candy cane, the candy cane wreath.
It's
So-
on a wired frame joist, so you just hang it with a nail.
Yep.
It would go on a wreath hanger as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the wreath hanger would be way too big. I would probably
Yeah.
do like a
Probably with a
little,
nail.
or a command hook.
Yep.
I wish we would have done command hooks on this, because our nail, if we'd put it on our door, the demo door behind us, it would stick out way too much. I mean, it would literally sit out like 3 inches from the door because of the size of our hook. So what do you guys think? Do you like this? Do you like the way it turned out?
Linda, because she has the angel in there, you can always move the battery pack up inside where the angel is, but you can still hang it there with the battery pack. As long as you have a little hook or a screw, you can hang it to the back of the...
And I
Okay.
think I would probably do what Steve suggested, which is, watch, let's just move this
You
down.
can move it down behind the angel.
I'm just trying to find where I had,
Yeah.
I wired this in. I think I did it up under. I would have to recut
You gotta
because I have to recut it because when I glued the Pip Berries in, it glued right over my pipe cleaner. So what I will do is just take this
Move it down.
and move it down
So she's going to move the battery pack down to behind the angel.
so it
And
can
then it's
actually
flat.
sit here.
Yeah.
I mean, you could really get creative if I unloosened some of this and did it like so. But,
That'd be a little tight. You want to be able to have them get to the battery pack.
yeah, but you also don't want it to pull so much.
Yeah.
So then this becomes tricky in where do you wire it to, you know?
You can just let it hang. Just wire it to the top. You just kind of let it hang.
Yeah, but you have to make sure it's on this side because the customer has to be able to turn them on and off.
Yep.
So let us go back under.
Hi, bye. A lot of girls are saying, love it, adorable, so cute.
So let's just leave it like so. And then technically what you could do, since now you have your pipe cleaner here, if you wanted, I think this
Bonnie
is
said,
about...
yep, I found her on Itty Bitty Cottage for $11.
Okay, so I was right. I was telling Steve, I think she was right around $10.
Yeah.
So see where your price point is, but it's handmade, so it's super cute. And look, I made a little hook for it.
So there you go. Now you got a little hook.
So, yeah. Although I just don't like the way that's sitting.
Well, you could put it up on the door and show.
It's still gonna stick out too far because our hooks are too big. This is what I'm saying. We
Yeah,
have a 4-inch hook. So if you put it on the door, watch.
Well, you could push it through. Let's see.
Not really. I'm not. See, it wants to lean. So it's not hanging where I would want it to be, which would be probably somewhere like that. Command strip would work better. A 3-inch screw that sticks out of your door is not
Yeah.
giving me the look that I want to be able to do. And I have those there. Did we buy those other command strips?
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
I have it. Hold on.
So, while Steve's doing that and prepping the door, because like I said, the screw's too long. It sticks out of my door too wide to get those 6-inch or 8-inch wreaths to have a bite to our door. So I'm going to set this one aside. I'm going to turn it off. And then I'm going to start prepping the other one for the candle sconce. To get that one going. So again, got to make sure you cut all your tags off. And then for some reason this one looks thicker. It looks like I have a lot more branches on this than I had on that one. So remember, grab every single branch. Look how long some of these are. It's incredibly. Because I had Steve, we went over to Big Lots just to walk around, and Big Lots had command hooks on sale. So I was like, I need some of those for the littler things we hang on the door. This way we can put it on the door. What we should do? Oh, are you doing it on the back?
Yep.
I was gonna say, put it on the back and then we can have small little items on the back, like Garland. So you just gotta make sure you pull them all, because they just pack them way, way, way tight. So you wanna make sure you pull all your branches out. This is gonna be the critical thing if you have an artificial tree like we do. You have to physically get in there and touch every single branch, every single little piece. You can even walk into stores and like Lowe's or Hobby Lobby, and you can look at the trees and know that whoever did it just opened it and wanted to be done with it as quickly as possible.
It's like a whole production crew.
What,
Changing
here?
out sets.
You are? Thank you.
Okay, so you can go ahead and show them now.
Well, let me continue to fluff this one really quick.
Okay.
So, I'm doing my fluff.
Hi Gail, hi Joanne. Yeah, they're all from Hobby Lobby. All these miniature wreaths are 10 inch.
10 inches.
10 inches. They're candle rings? Or they're
No.
just mini wreaths?
They're just miniature 10-inch
Yeah.
evergreen frames. They're just evergreens.
Yep.
We just found, we're like, hey, we can totally take this. Is it bugging you? You're prepping? No. You're like, here, let me show you this stuff now. So, can you guys tell this one's way thicker than the other one was? Has way more branches. So again, we're trying to fan to the inside, outside, just fluffing them, lifting them up so they're out of their stagnant position of being all flat in a box. So don't be misled in thinking that the ones that you're looking at are too small. Just make sure, open up the tag and look at the tag and see if the tag says 10 inch. Whatever it was, I just cut it off. Merry Little Christmas 10 inch. That's all it says. Just My Little Christmas 10 inch, one piece. So we fan them out, just like so. What did you do with my Pip Berries? Why did you fan them the wrong way?
Didn't do anything with the pepper.
Yeah, they're supposed to be up here.
Okay.
I was like, what happened? I see Pip Berries on one side, but not the other. And these are all backwards. Probably from me laying them down. So that's what it looks like on the door. So you can totally see size and scale now.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. So let's finish our candle ring.
So moving on to the next one.
Yeah, this will go pretty quick because we're not doing anything in the middle. We're not going to wire this one for lights. You can. There's some that Steve and I did with lights that sold. And there's some that we did without lights. So let me take all this debris and move it off. Throw it in my trash can. So let me show you. This is Goose Creek. This is a 3.5 inch candle. So it has no problem fitting on top of your candle. If you're a Yankee Candle fan like we are,
Hi, Brenda.
no problem fitting over a large jar Yankee candle.
Yep.
So some people were like, are those going to be big enough to fit over the candle jar? The answer is yes. Hurricane lamp. I don't even know where we put the hurricane thing. Like I have a hurricane lamp and I don't even know where it went. But you can probably get a small hurricane in here as well, and then just make this for for your light or for your candle. So whatever way you want to do it. So decide on a theme. For me, on this one, I'm not going rustic. We're gonna stay. I'm going with gold, and I have, like, my other bin.
Guys, you can stack wreaths on top of each other. You just have to be very careful with them.
I'm trying to find my other gold. This and this. Okay.
Yeah, Donna, or Lisa, they're about, Yvonne said they're like $3.99, right, for the little mini wreaths?
These are $3.99 and
Yeah.
40% off.
40% off, yep.
So it's probably what, like $2.80, I'm guessing.
Yeah, about $2.50, somewhere right on there, right on there.
So I'm gonna probably go with this color. Maybe alternate this and this. They're my color choices. And then I have the little, I think this is 5/8 inch.
Yeah.
This came from Hobby Lobby too. I don't know if they have the small ribbon. This was from last year, and this is wired. And then I also have this. So what we will do is I'm gonna come in and add my ribbon first. So I'm just gonna come in and add some. Look, how wide do I want to go? I might take this all the way to 8. Let me just cut it to 10 in case I want. Do this the other way. I'm just kind of playing with the look I want. What's up?
You're good. I have it just done.
Oh, you can turn the light off.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. So I'm just looking at options if I want to do something like this, or if I want to do full-blown bows. I might want to do full-blown bows and just add bows to this. Last year I think I just add a bunch of half chevron pieces. So let me just do these mini. So I'm going to do about a 3-inch tail.
Brenda, I guess Brenda's going to a craft fair tomorrow. She said I needed those for tomorrow.
I'm so sorry. I'm hoping that there'll be other ones that you guys are going to, but it's just, it's so hard to like prepare, you know, but you can offer them on your site.
Literally last year when we did a couple of the craft fairs, we pretty much sold out every time
On
of
those?
these, yeah.
Yeah.
These and the angels.
So I'm just hand making my bows again. So I'm just going to do a couple bows to the outside. So I've got my tails and my ribbon wire. So I'm going to probably do, we'll see how we do this. These are like, I seriously have no design plan in my head right now, except for we're making a gold candle holder.
It's okay.
So I do have a huge bin box filled with all my miniature stuff.
Yeah, these look great though for centers of tables and. Yeah.
You can take these, you can make them for candle sconces because they'll fit right over your candle sconce on your wall. So if you want to design them that way, you can.
Brenda said it's amazing what the house looks like without all the crafts everywhere. I said, oh wow, look at the room. Like it's empty.
What, ours?
No, like, yeah, like after the holidays and when you take down all your crafts.
Oh yeah, but like with Brenda, she's taking all her stuff to the craft fair.
Right.
So yeah,
She said I may do a craft event, a Christmas craft event.
I would. Definitely, because they'll do like some sort of Christmas craft fair. So I would do that.
Well, that's awesome, Angela. She said, I'm glad I caught this live. Hi, Kat and Steve. She's going to do a show tomorrow. Last weekend she sold 8 wreaths at a show.
And Hobby Lobby. Oh, you guys are on the East Coast, most of you, because I'm like, right now it's about 5 after 6, and while Hobby Lobby's still open,
No, they're closed.
I think, yeah, where they are.
Yeah.
So this is what I'm thinking I'm doing in my bows. So I'm going to see, I know I have more. So I'm going to make 3 bows, because you guys know we go odds. So hand bows do take a little bit longer. Obviously, especially adding the wire piece. So I'm doing about 4.5 inch tails. So I twist, just like we're putting it in the bodabra, and then I go, here's my 2-inch loop. So I pinch it, flip it, make your other loop. Trying to get this, there we go. Pinch and flip. Make sure my loop is the same size, it seems small. So let's move it down. Trying to make sure they're the same. Still looks small. Okay. And then I have it upside down. We're going to go one more flip. Taking it out here.
Hi, Gail. Yvonne said my first show is next weekend.
Hey, you
something
can
so.
knock a couple of these out.
Yeah, you can get a couple of these done, knock them out. Hopefully,
Sell
I'll be
these.
close to you.
Yeah, I would be selling just the candle sconces without, or the candle holders. I don't know why I call them
Without
that.
lights, yeah.
Yeah, without the lights, I'd probably sell them for between, what am I selling mine for?
27 to 30.
Yeah, I think 27 is what I would, because that's where my angel price point is right at 27 and 30. So you have to look at, okay, what are all your materials costs going in? You've got to make sure you get that out. Like with the angel, if you didn't do rustic angel and maybe you found something, I don't know, Big Lots or something, and got a great coupon off of that. You know, when you take $11.
Alice, if you're watching on your cell phone on the live, swipe to the left or swipe to the right, and it'll take the comments off.
Oh, the comments.
Yes.
Yeah, they get annoying. I mean, it's like when you're watching and all you want to do is focus on what's being done. So I'm just doing hand ones.
Yvonne and Brenda, good luck. She said this weekend is their
Craft fair.
first show, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to kind of space these out in your triad. Remember, we're doing a candle holder, so our bows are all going to be facing to the outside. So it's not going to be like, we're not turning them all this way, because it's facing outwards. And then I'm trying to make this one a little bit classier, like elegant. Let's see. Babe, on my ribbon rack, babe, can you grab this ribbon? Take this piece with you. I have one roll that hasn't been opened yet. So I'm going to have Steve go grab that because it's not quite enough to get me bow number 3. And while he's doing that, I'm going to grab some embellishments that we can add. I'm pulling out a whole bunch of different things. I have like little miniature bulbs. So I'm probably going to come in here and add some of these.
Close, but it's not exactly.
It's close enough. Oh no. That's right, I did change my bow. Let me look in my mini bin and see if I had more. Why did I have to grab that one? Because it's too pretty, that's why. Do you have it?
Yep.
Okay. Yay!
This one was open.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. Okay. The day is saved. So, this ribbon, like I said, came from Joann's. This was last year's Joann's ribbon. So remember, we're doing 4.5 inch tails. We're going to twist it. And move these out of the way. And those out of the way. So pinch it in our thumb. Make your loop. 2-inch loop. You're going to pinch it, twist it. Because it's just like your thumb is your pro bow or your bow dabra. We're going to the middle, twisting. Because I'm doing my tail, I'm going to do a double twist. So my fabric comes out the way I need it to. Just want to make sure my bows are the same. There we go. And then 4.5 inch tail. And that'll take care of this one. And then we're going to add some gold balls. We'll probably add some pine cones. Might add some jingle bells.
There's a lot of gals that have shows tomorrow. Deb,
That's
Gloria,
good. You guys are
Brenda.
going to do really, really
Yeah, I
well.
hope all you guys do great.
From what I have been reading, based on what people have been posting, people have been doing phenomenal. Like, way above and beyond what we ever did. I mean, I think the most somebody sold was 52 wreaths. So make sure you guys take something to do custom orders. So if you have someone who happens to see a wreath, or maybe they just didn't bring their stuff together and they want to know if you could do it in a different color combo, set up your custom order.
Yeah, make a little custom order form.
Take
Print some
half,
out.
do half the deposit.
Yep.
You know, they have to put up at least half of the deposit.
Yep, Angela, the last craft fair we did last year, the first one we brought 52 wreaths. Yep.
Did we?
Yeah, it was something like 52 plus. We
I
had
don't
like
even know how many
we had
we
like
sold.
12 or 15 angels.
We
had like
sold
10 mini
so
wreaths.
many to friends that knew that we were coming up to the mountain Christmas thing, so they agreed to just have, they picked up their order there rather than pay shipping.
Yeah.
Okay.
We didn't sell all 52, but we
That would've
took
been
52
nice.
up there. I think we sold about half of them.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think this one's a little too long. So let me return this right at this point. Okay. So I'm just kind of laying these out. So this is how they're going to go in.
With the bows facing out, right?
Yeah. I'm just trying to decide if I want to put these in the inside. And then we can add, like I said, you got to shop in the miniature section. And then just always be prepared for everything. Like I might put little packages in them. Because these come in,
Gold and silver and red. And
yeah, there is, I'm trying to see, 45 of these little different colored packages. So these can go on your wreaths, they can go wherever.
I know on these two we used like the gold Mardi Gras beads. Remember on one of them and laced the Mardi Gras beads. Yeah.
These?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, everything is found in the miniature section. So you can sit here and take, because they come like this. You can tell we've cut them down. You can take them and come in here and drape them and make it look really pretty and elegant, which you might do. So I'm going to take a piece of wire.
A lot of guys are saying, do you go onto Facebook for events near you? That's a way to find little marketplaces and yeah, find craft fairs.
I haven't. Most of the time it's, yeah, I think you can just go onto Facebook and search Christmas craft fairs. And then, you know, you can change the radius of how far out you want it to go. And then just kind of look and see. So I'm going to take these and just kind of wind them in and out. So let me get my wire starter going so that it will hold where I want it to start. And then like Steve says, you can just kind of take them. Let's get these undone. It figures right after I like wire it in. Me and tangles today are just not, we are just so not fun. No, it's like, okay, go.
Brenda, last year, yeah, it was a pretty big Christmas event. It was one of those,
It was a holiday home tour.
yeah, holiday home tour where the city, you know, takes people to tour really nice decorated Christmas houses up in the mountains.
Like the historic homes, they're all decorated, and
Yeah.
then they offer food and beverages, and then afterwards they go into the community center where they can do Christmas shopping.
Yep.
And we found that people who had a wide variety of priced items did the best. So if you go in there just expecting to sell $70 wreaths all day, it's probably not going to happen.
Hi, Melissa. Yvonne, she said, since that will be on a table, do you cover the back? No, you don't need to cover the back.
Mm-mm, I don't.
Because you're going to be setting a candle in the middle of it.
Yeah, I would just kind of keep as many things away from direct heat as possible. So I'm just going to take these and wire them into my little...
You can just wrap it around too.
It looks cheesy when you do that. I just don't like that look.
Gotcha.
So this is just me. So I'm going to take them. This is kind of how I do it on my Christmas tree. So where I want them to go, I'll just take them. This is Steve suggesting everything. Oh, you used to have jingle bells and rusty bells and monogrammed letters. And I was like, okay, seriously, you need to stop. Stop, stop, stop. So we're just trying to swag.
We
Make
did
them
have
swag.
monogram letters too.
Yes, look. There's monogram letters. Hobby Lobby sold those last year. We bought a whole bunch. And I had people... I would just buy a handful of them, but don't take custom orders unless you can be assured you can get the letter. Because I had one lady want like 3 G's, and Hobby Lobby did not have G's. They were sold out. So I was like, maybe your kids' first names? We could do that. I'm gonna take these and just keep cutting my swags, because I like them to swag every so often. I don't know about you guys.
Gail said, I'm glad to see everyone being so busy. She hasn't had time to craft at all this week, been working 10-hour days.
Oh
And still
no.
in the physical therapy. So she's toast by the end of the day.
I imagine you are.
Okay.
I didn't swag it where I was supposed to. It's supposed to be down here. Okay. So we're going to go down here. I'm swagging them to the top, the higher branches, and just kind of twisting them on. We'll cut this one off. And I can use this one so that you have even swoops.
Even swags.
Yeah, I just call them swoops. So this will probably be the longest part of the whole thing, is adding this, but the look is nice. So you want to kind of keep it between.
Give it thumbs up. Give it hearts.
Okay.
They're really cute, and the good thing is they're fun to make, and you can customize them any color you want.
We've sat here with our kids and had them each make one. Somebody did like a Grinch one last year because they picked all the lime green colors. Because Hobby Lobby came out with a really cute, kind of like it was a lime green Grinch color.
Yeah.
It's not, I haven't seen it this year though, which is bumming me out because I want to make a Grinch wreath.
Teresa, yeah, she said just a little while ago that a candle fits right perfectly in the center of this.
Just like so.
Yep.
And then you can fluff your pine branches to kind of go inside. I just have them all fluffed to the outside so that I can see where I need to be working.
And it works great at the center of the table, anywhere really.
Yeah, you can put this on your side table.
Put it up on your mantle.
Yeah. Which is probably what we will be doing.
These would also fit over like a wall sconce behind it.
So I'm almost done swagging and wiring them in. So I think I have like hopefully just 2 more to do. So I'm just really particular, like I don't want to glue it. I don't want to get into that, just wrap it around, because I think that that definitely is a telltale example of someone who took their time and somebody who just was like in a hurry. Here, I'm just done. Okay, so 1,
Jam said really cute tab.
2 more. Seriously, that's all I have.
Yvonne says I love blue at Christmas. See, you can make one with
I
all blues and silvers.
I did pull out blue. That was going to be my thing, and I don't know why I didn't.
You decided to go gold.
Yeah, I don't know why. Oh, I think just because of the bulbs I had, the little miniature bulbs. I would have had to go into the exterior bin and try to find gold ones.
You could even put a flameless candle, a battery operated candle in the middle of it.
Oh, absolutely.
That's colored for Christmas. So
Yeah, a definite pillar candle.
if you can't have something with a live flame, you could always do something that's battery operated.
Right, like in hospice, right? Because you can't have open flame,
Yep.
but you can have a little battery operated candle.
Yep.
You can definitely do that. Okay, this is my last one. So I'm going to cut this just because it's string and paper. Wire the last one through. Okay. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to wire the last piece and join it to my other one.
Brenda, she's attaching the beads with just a little piece of floral wire.
Yeah, 26 gauge floral wire.
Right to the little pieces of the
Pine branches.
pine branches. Yep.
Just kind of like their ornament hangers. I'm just wiring them on so they won't come off. And then I'll cut these off. There we go. All right. So let me cut this piece off and cut this one off. And I'll show you what I've done. So let me move this out of the way. So all I've done is just kind of swag my garland
outside. Yeah,
on the
that's right.
outside. So it just has like little loops. Now I'll come back in and add my bows. So
We've
I'm
got a
gonna,
really good view this way.
so I'm gonna try to wire my bows in where it swags. So remember I left the wire on there from making my ribbons. So there's one.
No, Susan, these beads are attached to this string. So
Yeah.
if you cut it, they don't fall off.
Yeah, they're all like hardwired on there, which is thank God, right? If they weren't. So we're gonna space this out.
There you go, Patty. That looked good. She said, "Love it. We'll use battery candles and set it on a gold-rimmed mirror." That'd be really
Oh,
pretty.
you guys are way too creative sometimes for me. I'm like, oh, I wish I would have thought of that. But those are great pictures and how you can take your pictures for your Etsy page or how you want to display it at your craft fair. So again, we're pulling our bows to the outsides. And then we'll put the other one here. This was the one I mistakenly cut off. Okay. We'll just wire this in, and then I can just wire it to my frame. What do you guys think so far?
This
Do you guys
ribbon
like the
is-
color?
Is this ribbon Hobby Lobby? I don't remember.
Yes.
Hobby Lobby, inch and a half.
No, sorry. I was looking at the little one. This one is Joann's,
Joann's.
but it was Joann's last year.
Yep. And one of the gals earlier, I forgot to ask a question. They asked the question, have you noticed that inch and a half
It's
ribbon
hard to
is
find.
hard to find this year?
Yes,
It
that's
is.
why go to your local merchants and support their business. That's what I did. I did pull up like the online craft vendors just to see what their supplies look like. Again, inch and a half was like hard to come by. So it just depends. So I think I am going to come in. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should we add the gold balls or we can add, look at my other,
Brenda, the evergreen 10 inches, they're in the miniature section. So there should be an aisle that has all sorts of miniature presents, miniature,
yeah, they
all sorts of
come
different stuff.
just like these,
Miniature bulbs.
like all the miniature package,
Yeah.
the mini, see they're all My Little Christmas, they're all literally in Hobby Lobby's miniature aisle.
Yep. Are you gonna put some?
I was going to look at this as an option.
Yeah, that'd be pretty. And then you could use the bulbs in between.
We could put the bulbs on the outside.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, like we can just put the bells to
Yeah,
the
no, no, no.
inside,
Yeah, that's perfect.
move these to the outside, like so, and keep it kind of classy.
Hi, Alan. He says I'm in Manchester on the UK.
Wow, thank you for joining
Thanks
us.
for joining, Alan. It is super late where you're at. It is 2
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning.
What do you guys think of that? Do you guys like that look? Over.
What do you guys like that? You guys like that? Give it lots of thumbs up and say yes, love it. Joyce and Teresa said love it.
Okay.
Pretty. Yeah, Susan said I like that better.
Okay. So all I'm going to do is take my wire, twist it around my bell. This way you can tell if your cats are ripping it apart, right? You can
Yeah.
bell your wreath or your candle holder.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually going to wire this directly in.
They're all saying yes, they love that.
Okay, I like that look better. So it's really simple. Just take a piece of wire, run it through your little bell, like so. Give it a little twist so the bell stays put, and then just feed your wire down.
Plus you have a wreath that jingles now.
Well, that's why I said you can tell
Yeah.
if said kitty is playing with stuff that they're not supposed to. So I just take it and go right around the wreath frame and just twist it in. So we're going to length of ribbon or wire. They have a whole mini bin.
You could glue it down too if you wanted to.
When you glue them though, sometimes the glue gets inside
In
to
the
where the
bell.
bell is, and then your bell doesn't jingle.
Yeah.
And then that kind of ruins the whole point of putting them in there. I mean, if you wanted to keep it rustic, you can get the rusted bells, like we've been putting in some of our rustic wreaths. The like brown patinaed ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my tops off. See, these would make miniature angels. So
Yeah.
if you take the mini ones that are found in here, which are it's like 1.12 inch. Is that right? 1.75 inches. You can make miniature angel ornaments if you wanted.
With like the 5.5 inch deco mesh?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to come in there and glue these because I don't really want to see the ornament part. So I'm just going to add these right to the center. And we're going to put those in between every single one.
Yep,
of
we've done
those.
that before too. We've actually flocked these white and then decorated in different colors with like the blues.
Yeah, you can definitely do white Christmas kind
Yeah.
of colors. Let's take this out. And I don't think we're going to need to add
And she
packages.
said, thanks to my kitty, I have to use battery candles. Singed cat fur is not good.
Yeah, we've had that happen before.
Yeah.
Not in this house, but with the
Oh.
outdoor cat that came a little too close to a tiki torch
Yeah.
and
Singed their
walked
tail.
right by it. Didn't even do anything to the cat. It was just completely oblivious, but
Well,
we knew.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let me see if I want to add a couple little, I think I will add a couple sprigs of pine, just because this is an evergreen branch, and it will make it look like it's more,
Diane, yeah, the Hobby Lobby also has a ton of miniature bells. They've got all different sizes and types.
yeah, they come, I'm trying to see if we have an open package. Most of ours, look.
Yeah.
They come like this, they come like this, they come in every single color you could possibly want.
Very tiny too, all the way up to a larger size. So
Yeah. So sometimes it's just fun if you're going to stay in the miniature world. You want to make sure that all of your stuff is to scale. Like you wouldn't want to put big old pine cones on this wreath because your scale would be way off.
right, we have one bin just for miniature stuff.
It has all of the
Ribbon and bells and
5/8 inch ribbons in it, little round heads for the
angels. Yeah.
angels. I'm gonna stick this one right on the end. Okay. So we're just kind of keeping it Christmassy. See, look, this can go year round. This does not have to just be Christmas now.
Yeah.
So there's some of the options you do have for people who go, well, that'd be nice, but could you just make something more every day? This technically really is every
You
day.
could make one more rustic. That would be like more cabin type.
Yeah, I definitely would. So let me add a couple more sprigs. of my pine. And then we'll be done. What do you guys think so far? You guys like? Will you be making some?
Thumbs up.
I know people are probably like, why didn't you do this like a week ago? So I could have added this to
Well, that's what you're doing now.
Yeah, exactly. I've been
Give it lots of loves, lots of likes.
I think I've been taking your guys' advice. So if you guys say, oh, teach us how to make this, I'm like, okay. But then it's like, do you shuffle everything? Let's see. I think I want to add one more right here. Just tuck it in. Okay, so let me show you. Move all this stuff. Throw this back in my mini box. And I'll show you what that looks like. Did I take? Oh, I added it in here. Move that in. Move this in here.
One of the gals are saying yes, I will make these. Don said I want to make one. Patty said yes.
Good.
Bree said I'm going to try to make a couple this weekend.
Yeah, just go to Hobby Lobby. Like I said, go down their miniature section at the very, very end. Well, I guess every Hobby Lobby is laid out differently. And go into their miniature section, pick up a small bag of pine cones because it's where they have their pine cones at. Pick up some bells. You can get the little, if you get the box, like this is $5.99 and it comes with 34 little balls. You'll have enough to probably pull off like 4 or 5 wreaths. You can get the little packages. These are $5.99, again 40% off. So you can stock up on your mini kits. So let me show ya.
Carolina, do you do large evergreen wreaths as well? Yes.
Yeah, I was like, what did we do with the large evergreen one? We just did a large evergreen one. I think that was like till end of September. So we will be doing them. But everyone was like, can you please, please, please show us how to do the minis? So I was like, okay, let's do the minis. So basically, you take this and you go larger scale. You could take them, you could weave your ribbon in. It just depends on how much time and effort you want to put in. But you don't want to put in so much effort that now you have to price it higher because it took you longer to make it.
Right. So you can put the
So keep
candle
it,
out
yeah, keep it simple. I'm trying to think, probably gold. So there is our candle. That's kind of what it looks like.
Yeah.
You can get those really nice hurricane glasses that Hobby Lobby sells.
Yes, those look really good.
I was like, what happened to ours? Because we had,
Is it down
no, we had a really nice one I think I spent $7 for, and it's perfect that fits in the side, and then the candle goes actually inside the hurricane.
there? From Hobby Lobby, too.
From Hobby Lobby, right. Okay, babe, come back here. Steve's like seriously going to look for it.
Okay.
Let me unplug all this stuff so my glue skillet will now harden back to the way it should be. So here's all your stuff. You just re-throw it back into your glue skillet. Okay.
Lynn, yeah, Kat has made actually a cat wreath before for cats.
Yeah, I did a
With a
cat
cat
paw
sign.
print.
Yeah.
And it says, you had me at meow.
Yeah.
That's on my website.
Yeah.
So, all right. So what you guys have seen, let me take this little guy down. How did you, oh, you added it to the command hook.
Yeah.
So we made our rustic mini. Trying to turn the light on. Made that one with the lights. And then we're doing this one, no lights, but you could. Both of these are on my site, so if you want to buy them, you guys can pick them up and have them. You can do whatever you need to do. Like Steve was saying, if you wanted to take these and put them over your candle sconces, obviously you'll want to turn your ribbons, and you can generally just slide these right up over the top of your candle sconces, and then they hang. So that's it for tonight, guys. 2 in 1. We did candle ring / holder and then mini wreath. So you can do it either way. And it's funny because when you look at this wreath looks bigger than this one. I just didn't fluff it out as far.
But they're the same
Like I
size.
did not make this one go out, whereas this one, it was all, let's feather it out.
Yep.
Because it's going to occupy the center.
And gals who are new, you can tell them about your private group.
Yeah, if you guys are interested in the private group, it's $17 a month.
I'll zoom out.
Right now we're doing, the whole month of October, we're doing 2 additional private group tutorials. So Tuesdays and Sundays at 5, in addition to the Friday Night Live. You guys get discounts through our vendors. By joining the private group, you get access to the library, all the materials lists, so like all the ribbons I used tonight, where I got it, how long certain things were, those are all itemized, so you have the entire resource at your fingertips.
Yep.
So if you're interested in joining, just go to the Kats Creations button at the very top. There's a video there. All you have to do is follow the link, which is sign up for PayPal and monthly reoccurring. It's not PayPal, it's just PayPal is the host for the payment.
Right.
But you can do credit, debit, whatever, PayPal if you want, and then you just click on the private group link and ask to join, and once those things all click, then I just click yes and approve.
Rana, yes, I believe the small wreaths are by the miniature section too.
These, yes.
They are.
They're where the pine cones and the cinnamon sticks are, and the little miniature trees. So you'll see them. They're in a bin, and they look really, really small. So just make sure, like I said, your tag says 10-inch wreath, regardless of what the size looks like, because you're going to go home and refluff it.
Yep.
All right, guys. Well, I hope you have a great night. Sunday. What are we doing on Sunday? Somebody remind me. Normally Sounder's like right on it. She'll tell me, oh, this is what we're doing on Sunday. Sunday in the private group at 5. What are we doing? Oh, why can't I remember? I know Tuesday is Rustic Primitive Christmas wreath. What are we doing on Sunday?
Don't know. I didn't look at your calendar.
Can you go grab my calendar book really quick? Just so I can tell you guys. There's so many people who have my calendar down, my events calendar down, and I'm usually only into the next couple days. Why can't I think Sunday? Look on there, it tells you what's on Sunday.
Sunday?
Mm-hmm. Sunday the 7th.
Blue-red deco mesh wreath.
Okay, so we're taking it non-traditional Christmas, so we're doing a light blue and a red non-traditional deco mesh Christmas wreath. So that's what we're doing on that one. Thank you for telling me that. I was like, that one I've been looking forward to because I've had the sign forever. So I can't wait to do it. And I found the ribbon. I had to order it from Amazon.
You're just gonna hold them up.
Yeah, let me, so this one's gonna be a little tough. So there you guys go.
Yep, I'll just zoom in. And then you can say goodbye.
All right, guys, have a great weekend. If you're in my private group, I'll see you Sunday at 5. And that's pretty much it. I'll talk to you guys later. Have a great night. Go out and have fun. Good luck to those of you that are doing your craft fair. I hope you sell out. That is my prayer for you. That you come home with nothing except no inventory. All right. Have a great weekend, everybody. I'll talk to you soon.